Greetings and salutations, beautiful souls of Mother Gaia. Greetings to you as well, Ambassador. I am Valance, the residential care coordinator of the Procyon Ambassador Orbship Pureen. We have talked before with the Ambassador in previous channelings as to exactly who and what we are, as you might hear said on your Earth realm. Let's get down to the brass tacks, shall we? Sweet souls, we have noticed that many of you seem to be experiencing an even more heightened sensitivity to the light and the sounds that surround you, more so than you typically may. We are speaking to those of you who typically have an extra heightened sensitivity to things of that nature. The crisp clearness of your thoughts, along with the crystal-like clarity that your imagination streams through you, is all a part of your Creator Goddess and Creator God skills sharpening. This shows an increase in your ability to consciously create the reality around you, to illuminate your immediate surroundings almost at will. Embrace these ancient gifts that your over-self is repackaging to you for your own personal rediscovery. Many intense higher dimensional, not just fifth-dimensional energies. Like you have heard from other collectives, but you are also having blasts from 6th, 7th, 8th, all the way up into 17th density energies that are contributing. These wave particles of love that are hitting your planet at this time. Sweet souls, have you noticed lately that your synchronicities with other souls of like mind and resonance are increasing, yet in subtle ways? For example, you're thinking something, and then have a quick notion for thought to just say it, out of the blue. However, you hold back, and then the particular soul that you were going to address it to just so happens to mention practically the same thing to you on a casual basis. Please understand, our dearest star family members, that we're not talking about this occurring days later in your illusionary Earth time. However, we're talking in literally seconds or minutes of your realm of timekeeping as you understand it, while yet at the same time as the veil continues to be shredded and the old stale paradigm pulverized. Dark energies that are rising and clearing from your planetary surface at this time may still have some residual effects. Now, dearest star family, we're about to say something to you that you have never heard before. You must protect your energies and ground yourself. That was a little humor for the Ambassador. We completely understand that what we just said to you could probably take the top prize if there was an award for the biggest starseed or lightworker cliche that you have ever heard from similar collectives, as well as our own, over the eons of time that we've all been communicating with some of you. However, dear souls, we say this not to alarm you or make you feel edgy. We just simply recommend that you do a couple of things to ground yourself when energies of all sorts experience an uptick in frequency. Perhaps meditate or just sit quietly so that you can quiet and relax the mind for a few brief moments. Another thing that we are noticing on a more and more frequent basis is that your earth language barrier is subsiding. This is being achieved by souls of like-minded resonance via quantum particles of light-coded filaments flooding your Earth at this time via the great central sun and our dear star sister Alcyon of the Pleiades. Instantaneous shared thoughts of just a knowingness between two souls of like mind, no matter the language spoken on Earth, are the result of this. We have also noticed that some of you have been feeling an extra bit exhausted recently. It also seems like some of you feel like you are constantly stuck in a mode of obsessively trying to perfect the most mundane of tasks that you might happen to be working on. If we may be so bold as to say so, maybe, dear star family, you are putting a little bit too much effort into it. Try to relax a little bit, take a step back, take a deep breath. Then go back in and put some effort into it with a refreshed focus on what it is that you may be trying to accomplish. Star family, please embrace your intuition. From our standpoint, what seems to hold you back from completely trusting your intuition, even when you're at an enlightened level, well, comparatively speaking, on your planet, of course. However, what appears to hold you back is that some of you seem to feel like there's still that human judging element to it. While that can be true at times, we invite you to ask yourself in those now moments when you feel like your intuition is trying to tell you something, yet you're hesitant to go along with it. Ask yourself, if this is some type of judgment that I may be feeling, what does it affect? Maybe do what we call a little, how do you say it in your Earth realm? Quick private psychoanalyzing of your thoughts regarding the subject matter at the time, then just roll with it. That is not to say that we are telling you to just throw your arms up and say, whatever my gut feels, I'm going to go with it, without thinking it through. No, dear souls. As always, we suggest that you always take a now moment or two and give it a bit of thought, even if the thought is just an instantaneous one. However, give it all your focus for the duration of that instantaneous now, moment in which you choose to focus on it. Mother Gaia is headed towards another rendezvous with a celestial object that will cause a stir much like Atlas did. Your scientists on your planet will soon be discovering that there is another celestial body entering Earth's proximity that not only resembles physically, but also seems to function internally like a human heart that beats. Oh boy, we cannot wait till that comes into your purview. We must admit that it has been kind of boring since what we jokingly referred to the ambassador as Atlas fever has died down bit. We do not have anything to give the ambassador a bad time about. In a joking and loving manner, of course. Yes, we will have to call it cosmic heart fever instead of Atlas fever. We did so with him before. On that note, my dearest star family, we will say that it has been a pleasure. Again, thank you, Ambassador, for sharing this space with us. This has been Valance, the residential care coordinator of the Procyon Ambassador Orbship Pureen.